Hello everybody, welcome to this edition of the Ferrell Phelps Show. This show is all about music and talent right here in the city of Houston. I have right here with me Miss Darshell Grissom. She is an amazing artist. Welcome to the show, Darshell. When I first met Darshell and I heard her sing, and her husband told me, my wife can sing, man, she's got a great voice, And people tell you that kind of stuff. You're like, yeah. Then one day, we went in Beaumont, Texas, and it was a keyboardist playing. Was that correct? Mm-hmm. And we were just all having a good time, this, that, and the other. Darshell got on the mic and began to sing. And when you're in church, you just want to take your shoe off and just throw it at somebody? That's what I wanted to do. So I couldn't wait to get Darshell on the show, and she finally agreed to grace us with her presence. Now, you're all the way from...
I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio.
From Cleveland, Ohio. Now, you ended up in Houston Ohio. With your husband. Mm-hmm. Kenneth Grissom.
Kenneth Grissom.
Yeah. Now, you've been singing for quite a while.
Since I was probably at least 5. I don't remember not singing.
Is that right?
Right.
So, a lot of artists start in the church. Was that the same for yourself?
I started in the church. My dad, my biological dad, is a professional singer. My mom has recorded singing. My grandmother's a singer. I have a brother who's a professional singer. So, a lot of singers.
So it just runs in the family, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. Now, do you have a particular genre of music that you like?
I like a lot of different types of music. Neo soul is kind of popular right now. I like a lot of that. But I'm an old school girl, so tonight we'll do a lot of old school.
All right. So we're going to bless y'all with a little old school stuff tonight. Old school. And actually, normally I would want to know what that song was going to be, but I just want to be surprised tonight.
What's surprising?
You ain't even got to tell me. I just want to be just listen, be like, okay, ooh. That's all I want. I'll be good. Be good. That's great. Now, you come from, say it again.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Did you perform a lot actually in Cleveland?
I sang in church probably until I was right around 35. All the time. I sang in choirs. I sang in praise team. I sang in the glee club. I sang in the neighborhood choir. I sang in all city choirs.
Is that right?
Solo contests, whatever I could do.
Okay, okay. Now, I would like to know also, who inspired you musically that we would know today? What artists have inspired you?
To be honest, I think my biggest inspiration singing originally was my mom.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
She is she was singing professionally, working with a group, Mac Malden and the Voices of Tomorrow.
Okay.
And they did music that was different, music that was challenging, but she was such a perfectionist vocally. Once I had to sing in a solo contest, and I had to sing The Sound of Music, and she must have made me practice it 1,000 times before the performance. But of the people from my school at that time, I got the top grades for the performance because she made me perfect every tiny little bit of that song. And so she was kind of the catalyst, the push that said, okay, this is more than just sound coming out of your mouth. This is technique. This is idea. This is thinking through what you're doing. Yeah. She was probably the inspiration originally. And then, of course, I grew up on Shaka Khan. I grew up listening to Diana Ross, Gladys Knight, you name it. So a lot of my sound may kind of mimic that or sound a little like that or maybe that feel. I certainly don't have that claim to fame, but I do enjoy the feeling that you get when you hear them sing. But I also love Jill Scott. I love what you feel. Layla Hathaway is probably one of my favorites. What you feel when they are singing. That's what I'm looking for, and that's what inspires me.
Yeah. And we all need inspiration, no matter where it comes from. In our particular genre or our career, we need that type of inspiration. So it's good to know those people have influenced you. I don't want to procrastinate because I want you guys to hear this amazing talent that I have sitting here. We're going to be back in just a moment. You guys stick around with the sounds of Darshell. All right, we're back. Without any further ado, Miss Darshell Grissom. Yay! Very flax. I feel like making love. All right.
Strolling in the park, watching winter turn to spring. Walking in the dark, seeing lovers do their thing. Yeah.
of my absolute all-time favorite songs by one of my absolute all-time favorite artists. Little My Funny Valentine from Shaka Khan.
Right, yeah, bring it.
Funny Valentine, sweet, coming Valentine, make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is there thicker lips than these? Is your mouth a little bit weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, Valentine. Stay, Valentine's Day. Don't change your hair for me, not if you care for me. Each day, Valentine, each day, Valentine's Day.
I hope you guys enjoyed that rendition as much as I did. We're going to be back in just a moment. You guys stick around. All right, welcome back to this edition of the Ferrell Phelps Show, where my second guest is Mr. Phil O'Neill. Yes, Phil is awesome. I actually had a chance to hear him play recently at a wedding. And when I heard this guy play, I was like, man, this guy's off the chain.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, I mean, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
only can he play, but the brother can sing. Now, notice I didn't say he can sing. There's a difference between singing and singing. He can sing.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, man. So I'm just like, we got to get this dude on the show. Got to get something going on. I want to ask you, man, just like I was asking Darshell earlier, what has been your musical influences?
My musical influences are all of the singing pianists. Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, which he was just in Houston a little while ago. I was front row, by the way.
Is that right?
All right.
Yeah.
Me and my dad. Me and my family. Brian McKnight.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
John Legend too, huh?
Well, John Legend, I like some of his songs.
Okay.
But as far as an inspiration, no. Luther,
Okay.
Howard Hewitt,
Mhm.
even Maxwell, those type of things.
Is that right? Okay. Now, where did you, your background, tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, I'm originally from Galveston, Texas. Grew up pretty much singing. And in my 8th grade prom, that's when I decided to get serious with it. Because
Okay.
I sang that night of the prom, and the girls went like crazy.
And that's the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest was history. I knew at that point, this was 1988. Matter of fact, shout out to Lamarck Junior High. I'll never forget, that was what changed it. I've been singing around the school, but that was the first time I got in front of people and actually got the reception that I got. So I was like, hey, this is for me. So at that point, nothing else mattered. And, I always wanted to learn piano, but thank God for this lady. Her name was Claudia Cleveland.
Okay.
And she was a member of Fellowship Baptist Church in Lamarck, Texas.
Mhm.
And she basically took me under her wing, told me, hey, you're going to be great, but you've got to learn piano. And I was like, well, I want to learn piano. So she gave me 2 lessons. And then I went to college, completely threw it to the side because I was like, no, it's too hard. I guess I can't do it. And long story, but I'm going to make it short. I went to Texas Southern University originally. And I had a band scholarship and a jazz band scholarship because I was a drummer.
Okay.
And anyway, I ran into a friend. His name was, his crab name, because in the bands, I don't know if y'all have seen, what's the movie, Drumline?
Drumline, yeah.
Right. But as freshmen, you're called crabs. Well, this is back then. And you wear white t-shirts. So I only know Chub Rock by his crab name.
Okay.
But I know he's from New Orleans, but we called him Chub Rock. He looked just like Chub
that's
Rock,
all you
like
knew.
the rapper. But anyway, he played the piano,
Okay.
and I sang. So, people would gather around the practice rooms and they were like, hey man, you're incredible. And I was like, well, thank you. But anyway, one day I asked Chub Rock, I said, hey, who taught you how to play?
Mhm.
I've always wanted to learn how to play. And he told me, I taught myself. And I was like, you taught yourself? He was like, yeah. And I was thinking to myself, every group I've been in, I've always been the one with the strongest ear. I've always been the one that taught the parts. And
So
I was like,
why
I
couldn't you be the
know
one to
my
teach
ear
yourself?
is stronger than his.
Mhm.
So that Christmas, I went home and I asked my mother, I said, hey, I want a keyboard. And I stayed up the entire night, literally 12 hours, learning by ear, End of the Road by Boyz II Men. That was the first song that I learned.
Is that right? Okay.
That's one of my favorite groups. And from there, I just added, Please Don't Go, Boyz II Men. My next song was Ribbons in the Sky.
Oh,
and then
yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah, and then I just took it from there. And then when I went to Prairie View, because right after, I did a little stint in the military.
Okay.
Because I'm a 10-year Army veteran. And when I got back from basic training in AIT, I went ahead and transferred to Prairie View.
Mhm.
And that was where I started taking class piano.
Okay.
And they took me from the ground up
Yeah.
and actually created. So I ended up graduating with my degree in piano 7 years later. So
Really?
from not playing at all,
Mm-hmm.
all the way to graduating with a degree in piano. So
Wow. That's the interesting thing about having a gift. When you have a gift, it's in you.
Right.
So, and it's like a seed. Sometimes you plant a seed. You might plant an apple tree 10 years ago,
Right.
but you may not see it manifesting through the ground until 10 years later.
Right,
It's just like the gifts that lie within us. When we all got them. Sometimes they lying dormant. We just got to activate them, put a little water on them, make them, come on up.
Shout out to Dr. Vicky Selden. That was the lady that taught me. She's still at Prairie View A&M University. And Dr. Danny Kelly. He actually was my piano teacher.
Is that right? And you know what? I think it's always important that we pay homage to those that have sown into us and that have helped us, because it always takes somebody else, just seeing something in you that helps you get to that next level in life. You know what? I can talk to you all day long, needless to say, but you know what? I want them to hear what you can do, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to be back in just a moment. You guys are going to get to hear Mr. Phil O'Neill for yourself. So stick around. We'll be back in just a moment.
Sky Trues custom eyewear has taken the world by storm. In only 8 months, Sky Trues has gained the eyes of many, including celebs like Big Sean, Little Flip, Destiny Child, Soulja Boy, just to name a few. Through custom design, Sky Trues can put your imagination on your frames. I bring to you the next big thing in Houston, Sky Trues, created by Golden Boy, the musician, the artist, the entrepreneur, and grassroots marketing genius, beats custom designed frames. Sky Trues.
Everybody knows this one. Let's take it back to the old school, right?
Yeah.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
Right.
I've searched to find the love within. See, I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. See, my friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in a daze from your love, you see. See, I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. And people go around the world for love, and they may never find what they dream of. What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world, only you may need you for love. What I would not do. See, my friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in a daze from your love, you see. See, I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. And people go around the world for love, and they may never find what they dream of. What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world, only you. I need you for love, what I would not do. but you don't give up. In my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Thank you. What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so busy. Don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning, 'cause I give you all. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down and around through every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse. No worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I
Phelps Show. We have a special guest that just dropped in, comedian Tammy Anderson. All right, she's going to bless us with a little bit of her talent. Here she goes.
How y'all doing tonight?
Fine.
All right, glad to see all my ladies in the house. Miss Bobby, happy birthday. Woo! Miss Brenda's well, happy birthday. We are in a Leo season. This is all of us Leo. Leo season here is still here to come. But tonight, I dropped in to enjoy the show. This was such a great show. I mean, the music was awesome. The people were fabulous, and I am really enjoying myself. And you know, as I go around and I see people and stuff when they first see me with my height, you know, I'm over 6'2", and they're like, whoa. And you know how you go out to the club and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Honey, me and my girlfriends went out to the club. You know how you do it. We went out to the club, we were drinking and drinking and drinking. If I asked the waitress, I say, wait a minute, whoa. Where did these drinks come from? She said, from the gentleman over there. So I looked at the boy, he waved, I waved, you know. Finally, he got down. I said, what is this? What is this? Girl, the man jumped off the stool, honey, he was about that tall. And he just talking, hey, big gal. I'm looking at this little man like this, I'm like, okay, and how you doing? I said, I'm doing fine. And you know, he talked on and on all night, you know. Being a woman I am, I took a little joke home, you know. You know, I wasn't going to let him go. You know? I made sure the club closed. We went to his house and stuff, you know. He took off his clothes, I took off mine. Wait, big gal. I said, okay. I always fantasize about a big woman like you. Oh, really? I looked down at the little man, I said, what was your fantasization? I always want to do it standing up. Girl, I looked at this little man. I said, oh, baby, really? Yeah. So, you know, tall as I am, girl, I had them heels on. I tried to stand up even taller. Oh, but he was getting down. Can you feel it up that big gal? Can you feel it up that big gal? Girl, the man was sweating. But finally, I got tired. I say, look, I'm tired of you hitting my damn kneecap. He was too proud of me to pick a little butt up. But honey, that just killed my day. But I just wanted to do a little something with y'all because I dropped in as a special guest, and I love you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We have more times together, okay? All right. Y'all have a good night.
If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own. You've been so good to me. If this world were mine, I'd give you the flowers, the birds and the bees, and with your love beside me, that would be all I need. If this world were mine, I'd give you anything.
If this world were mine, I would make you a king with wealth untold. You could have anything if this world were mine. I'd give you
station, and there's no hesitation when you want me. Honey, just call me.
Baby, you are my consolation, and I feel so much sensation when I'm in your arms, when you squeeze me.
Oh, the way that you do. The way that oh yeah, the way that you do. Whoa, every sky would be blue as long as you're loving me, baby. Whoa. Wonderful, my love. Whoa, give me pretty loving, baby. Give me pretty loving, honey. And keep on loving me, baby. Whoa, you know I need you, honey. You know I need you, baby. Keep on loving me, yeah, loving me the way you do, my love.
I want you to love me, baby.
Oh, and I'll never let you go, never let you go, my love. You know the world would be yours. Yeah, yes it would. The world would be
All right, play us out, Phil O'Neal. Play us out.
Is that anything?
Yeah, just play it. You play it, I'll sing it.
Okay.
Oh, y'all talking about the Sherelle and O'Neal? Sunday,
What,
Monday, Tuesday, yeah, Saturday.
Oh, God, no.
The devil is a lie. I'm talking about Sunday, Lord, child.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a jam there.
I'm saying all the words though.
I want to see the part. Yeah. that's
Just
good.
ad lib it.
Yeah.
You.
Woke up this morning.
Yeah.
you guys enjoyed this edition of the Ferrell Phelps Show as much as I did with my guest, Mr. Phil O'Neill.
Yeah.
And Darshell Grissom.
Yeah!
And our surprise guest, Tammy Anderson. All right, now for more information on the show, you can certainly reach me at Let's Talk About It 12tv@gmail.com. That's Let's Talk About It 12tv@gmail.com. You can also go to our YouTube channel. Simply type in YouTube, type in the name Ferrell Phelps. A list of our shows are right there for your viewing pleasure. Until next time, folks, we'll see you then.
Yeah!